punta with that on the cookie. Mommy, move out the shot. Uh-huh. Hi. Okay, I'm 2 minutes late, but I got it together. Do y'all see all that I've done? Hi, Joelle. Okay. Hold on.
You win.
What's going on? What's good? Jessica, how you doing?
I'm good. Wait a minute. Do you have food?
Yeah, I made something though.
What you made?
I made hood donuts.
Oh God. Okay, just wait. Pause.
And hood sauce.
Pause on the hood donuts and hood.
I ain't gonna lie, I gotta try it while it's warm. I'm not gonna lie. I mean,
No, wait, Joelle.
Oh, okay.
Messing up myself. And can you please at least lift your phone so people can see your face? Obviously, your mouth.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like an old head.
You acting like Teddy Riley right now. Okay, so oh my God, so it was a struggle trying to get it together by 7 o'clock.
Yeah, well, first of all, I want to say congratulations on your show and your blog. I love what you're doing. I like how you make it multifaceted with your career. You know what I'm saying? Like I appreciate your niche. You know what I'm saying? Especially you're doing it for the people. So you know what I'm saying? So
tell me more.
Yeah, as a traveler and a foodie myself, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? So keep doing your thing.
Well, that makes me feel better. I was so nervous.
Don't be.
Okay, y'all. So, welcome to Fly Eat Show Live. I'm Jessica, your host, and my fly guest is none other than I really feel like you're the epitome of how someone can create a vision and make it into an empire.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
That's real. That's real.
Nice
but you are a major entrepreneur. You're a father now, which I would love to talk about.
Oh yeah.
You're a foodie like me. But you guys welcome Joelle Franklin.
Thank you.
Okay, so clearly you're not gonna let me do my script. So just let's start with the food that we made. Donuts.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna lie. So, outside is about to open back up. For Florida. Slowly but surely, I'm a business owner, so for me a little sooner. You know what I'm saying? My business open up next.
I was about to say but we don't know because outside ain't open for me.
Nah. In South Florida, I know we in the South is a little different, But the cases went down in the last 2 weeks, or whatever. So, and as well as next month is my birthday, so I decided to make these hood donuts because for the next month I'm gonna be on a strict diet. As far as you know what I'm saying, making sure.
Show the people because I'm really trying to understand these hood donuts. But you got another thing in the middle.
All right. So I'm gonna lift it up.
Yeah.
Boom.
Okay.
So hood donuts. You know what I'm saying? These are made with Pillsbury Doughboy. The biscuits. The biscuits. I'm gonna get the biscuits for you. I'm gonna get the Pillsbury Doughboy biscuits. You know what I'm saying? And actually, I used to make these when I was a kid. And I feel like this is a great quarantine snack. You know what I'm saying? You get Pillsbury Doughboy biscuits. You instead of going to Dunkin' Donuts Krispy Kreme, which you probably shouldn't be out.
Yeah.
And then you make, these biscuits. You fry them for on high for a minute on each side, total. And then
do you add any sugar before you fry them or no?
No, you fry it straight. I could run and get it. You know what I'm saying? To get the biscuits.
It's fine. You're gonna give us the recipe.
Yeah, the recipe is gonna be on your website.
Yes.
Then I made icing, so boom, you can see.
Okay, go ahead.
Dip it in it. So boom, you feel me? Out of condensed, condensed milk, condensed milk. I'm sorry, I'm Jamaican.
Right, you giving me real island vibes.
Oh yeah, my bad. Condensed milk, powdered sugar, and confetti sugar, and I use almond milk. So So I mean, and then so how you pretty much you cut a hole in the Pillsbury biscuit.
Yes.
And you fry it, and then with the hole you can make donut holes.
You end up with holes too. Look at you.
Yeah, you feel me? You feel me? So bon appetit.
That's not how that works.
Oh no, that's not how it works. Oh, I'm bad. I don't know.
It's fine. You wanted to eat it when it's hot. I mean, I made a lot, and this is why I'm like.
I ain't even say my grace, man.
Nothing. You ain't say nothing to Jesus, but it's okay.
Yeah, he know my heart.
He know you. Right. Okay, so you guys, I don't know why I made this much food because it's literally just me and my mom, but I made loaded fries. Okay.
I see you back in the day.
I actually cut these potatoes myself. This is not packaged, fries. And then I topped it with cheese, of course, and there's sour cream, tomatoes, and guac, and red onions.
I like it.
And, because I'm extra, I made a veggie black bean burger with peppers.
Oh, you should have. If I would have turned up, you would have told me you was gonna do all of that. You gonna make Friday.
First of all, don't even start with me. I watch your IG stories and I see you go hard. You gave me donuts, so that's okay. We can make another episode.
I didn't know how you gotta set the tone. I didn't know. You know, what I'm saying? You gotta set the tone. You said. I thought we was gonna be cooking and whatever. But I like that black bean burger. Okay, I see you.
Black bean burger with spinach, caramelized onions, mushrooms, a little tiny tomatoes from there. Yeah, there you go.
I like it.
I'm a chef out here, Joel.
So you eating healthy and I'm eating donuts. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get it together.
Joel, I just told you it's me and my mama, and I got this can of fries.
Nah, that's loaded.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel that.
So I will be on a juicing diet for the next 15 days. Because if outside is open up for you, see that cheese, y'all?
That look good. See, I wish they gotta build a feature where we could I could give you a bite and you could give me a bite and I could get a piece of yours, you get a piece of mine. Cause
I don't think we have advanced yet. But
the way 2020 looking, man.
Michelle said you made the donuts and just made a whole load of fried rice.
I feel you.
That's all good.
Michelle, that's Michelle?
Michelle, yes.
What's up, Michelle? How you doing? Yo, wow. How you doing, Michelle? What's up? No, so
okay.
How'd you get the idea of the show?
Joel, this is not your interview, so we're not going to do that. What we're not going to do is that.
Oh, go ahead. I don't know what
all
you're
right.
doing.
We're going to get back to the script, which is we're going to play a little foodie game. And since you're my first male guest for my live show, at least, and it's gonna kind of be like from the male perspective, but you guys can also answer, in the comments what you guys would answer to, honestly. I got papers. Okay, I'm ready for it. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let me get a bite first.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Go ahead.
No, Michelle, you can't ask questions.
I ain't gonna ask questions.
Can you fix your phone though? Like, I don't understand. You trying to cover your head? You got no haircut? Like, what is it?
Oh my bad. What you want me to do? With Gucci?
This is perfect.
All right, perfect.
Also, Sarah, please stop texting Emma because it's coming through on my notifications. Thank you. Okay. Sorry. So first question. Is it a deal breaker if a girl you're dating can't cook?
No, it's not a deal breaker for me. I can cook. I can teach you how to cook. As long as you're willing to clean, I'll cook every day, honestly. If you clean,
aww. Yeah. So as long as she's ready to scrub them pots, you all for it?
Yeah, pots, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I cook, you clean, like teamwork.
Oh, so nice.
Is that
all right? Number 2. Oh my God, it's like a fly. Okay. Where would you take a girl to eat on a first date?
Yeah, she do gotta be willing to learn. On the first date, on the first date, I think it's imperative that I take a girl to a black-owned restaurant, so she can have an idea of the type of person I am. I do a food festival called Black Pepper Food Festival.
Get there.
Oh, my bad.
What is this?
It's your show, my bad. No, but I really would take a girl to, like a black-owned restaurant, probably if you're in South Florida, I like a good place is Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? Like it has a nice vibe. It's a bar. You get drinks. You know what I'm saying? They got good food. Yeah, Lawrence is a good spot in South Florida.
So you were all like, would you care if she wanted to go to like if you tell her that spot and she's like, nah, I'm trying to go to Prime 112, would you judge her first date?
Would I judge her? Yeah, I would judge her. I would, yeah, because what is your reason? Are you, is this a meal plan or like am I like, or is it a date? What are you trying to do? Trying to get to know me, or are you trying to you feel me get something that you wouldn't normally get if it was on your time? Cause you feel me. I just feel like it has to. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like first dates, got to be like sentimental in the sense of. When we tell our first story, you could be like, yeah, we was at XYZ.
Yeah.
Versus,
Geneva said, is he planning the date though? So you gonna be planning it?
Oh yeah. I'm on
head to toe.
Yeah, I mean, if we talking about dinner, if the first date is dinner, yes, of course. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it shouldn't be too much. You know what I'm saying? I'm still getting to know you. I'm in the courting phase. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a balance. You know.
Okay.
If I gotta spend $150, $200 to get to know you, I might as well get a consulting fee, bitch. Like you might as well tell me what to do, like put me on game, like. But that's for the first date, at least.
Okay, thank you. Good answer. All right. Is there any food a girl could like that she like? They say a girl loves like pig feet, right? Something that's like off the wall that would turn you off completely. It'd be like, nah, I can't for her because she eats that.
To be honest, like the more I'm maturing, yes, because I mean, if you eating pig feet, like I ain't gonna lie, like I'm just, please forgive me, Lord, but it ain't for me. Like you feel me, like
somebody say you should eat iguanas.
You feel me, like what we doing? Like what else you want? What else you into? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh well, somebody in the comments loves pigtails.
You know what I'm saying? Look, pigtails is cool. You know what I'm saying? Like pigtails. I'm saying, but it's like if that's like your go-to meal, like
right.
Like what can I cook for you? Oh yeah, pigtails. That's what you want?
Right.
No, I mean no disrespect. You know, somebody gonna love you, baby, but
it just ain't gonna be you.
It ain't. I don't know. You know what else? What else you got? What else you could do?
All right, last question.
Right.
Would it be hard to date a girl with food restrictions, like someone who's vegan or vegetarian? You know, girls always have a hard time figuring out what they want to eat, but like, would you have a hard time dating a girl who specifically can't eat like a lot of different things, like Lotus cheese fries?
No, I don't think so. I'm very open minded. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could, it could make, it forces me to switch it up a little bit as far as the cooking side.
Yeah.
And even trying at different restaurants. I mean, like, there's always something, you know what I mean? This is an inclusive world, you know?
You're willing to compromise, I see.
Yeah, you know, I mean, you're vegan, like, come on, what else? It could be worse, you know?
I can't. All right, well, that was it for my intro game. I love your answers. Did a good job. Thank you guys for answering in the comments. All right, so now we'll get into like the actual interview. Are you ready?
Oh, okay. Yeah, put me on. Talk to me.
Nah, I mean, for those who don't know, I met Joel years ago at this point at FAU.
It's at least 10 years now, right?
I know, it's crazy. We still look good though.
You know the black don't crack. You know,
we ain't out here looking busted.
You know, it's still quarantine beard style, but it's cool, you know?
I see it. Well, at least you got a bald head, so you don't have to worry about looking real crazy.
I've had a bald head since you know me, by the way.
That's not true. I don't think so.
Oh, I've been bald for like 10 years now.
You definitely had hair when I met you, but that's okay. You switched into the bald phase. It's good.
Oh, yeah. I remember. Yeah. I was a jit. Yeah.
Anyways. So, I guess when I first met you, my first impression was just like, you definitely gave me the vibe of like a go-getter, but someone who is like quiet behind it. like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not
behind the
someone
scenes.
who is like overly trying to prove that they're making moves. Just someone who's kind of moving in silence, as cliche as that sounds.
Oh, thank you.
So when you and your, well, it was Julian and Rob, are you guys the three like first people who thought of 2K, right?
Yeah, we're like those are my
founding.
two partners. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Did you ever think? Well, first, how about you start explaining to people just a little bit about 2K, just like a quick synopsis of like 2K Entertainment and 2K Lifestyle.
Okay, so 2K Entertainment, 2K Lifestyle. You know that 2K Entertainment. We're an entertainment group that started off in college. We do a lot of things in the entertainment and entrepreneur industry, from from events, parties. That's what we're mostly known for, to videos on YouTube, as well as different entities. Everybody has their own endeavor. So we're a group of young men who all have different endeavors, and we cultivate our brand to allow it to be an asset to each individual brand.
Yeah. And I mean, did you think?
Oh, Julian in here. I see you. I hate Julian.
Oh, hi, Julian.
You just entered. Okay.
Because I remember when you guys started doing parties and all that stuff, and I'm a grandma, so I never really went to no parties. But did you ever think that just that starting off just doing parties would have grown to this big brand that has like created other brands for each of you?
I honestly did. I feel like, to be honest, I feel like we would have been a lot. It would have been like, my vision was more. I'm very optimistic, so my vision was more like we would have been. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot further than as far as like on the global scale. So, but I honestly felt like, if we did this, like, formula, which is, just a group of black men sticking together, and you know what I'm saying, like, we all have some type of, you know what I'm saying, like, our own style, you know what I'm saying, like, if we stick to the code, like, we'll be good, you know what I'm saying, like, and I feel like we're definitely on our way there. After 10 years, I learned to be a lot more patient as far as the journey, and I'm grateful for how far we have come. I'm saying we've gone through a lot together. We've owned a club together. We've owned a restaurant together. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have a pretty big production now with, over 3,000 people, and we employ 40. We employ like over 40 people. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even just the other day in doing our taxes, it was just like, we started off in IRT, you know what I'm saying? Or, we was RAs together, you know what I'm saying? We all three of us was RAs. So, and then plus, we have a big team as far as the whole group.
Yeah.
So just to be a part of that and seeing that go over the few years, I'm saying, it's definitely been a blessing. And I'm saying, like, it's like, I look forward for the next 10 years, because I'm saying, like I said, the black ain't gonna crack anytime soon. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. No, I mean, it's honestly something to be said to see, not just men, but obviously specifically black men come together and cultivate a vision that is going to be beneficial for an entire community. Yeah, you guys promote like parties and having fun, but just watching the way that each of you move individually and then the way that you guys move together, that's inspirational for like the next group of whoever is going to be watching and being like, damn, all right, if they can do it, look fly, look good, and do it with
you think you look good?
It's like you can't give people too much, but
no, I love you. You know.
What I'm saying is that you all present yourselves in a way where people can look at it and feel like that's something that can be attainable and it's something to reach for as well. You know what I'm saying? So what do you feel like is the biggest misconception when people see three black men together, working together, and like operating a business together, essentially?
The biggest misconception as far as 2K gets?
Yeah, I mean, you guys are business partners, so like.
Well, I think the biggest misconception that we get from a business perspective is that a lot of people tend to underestimate us, because we've been doing it for a long time. So, like, in negotiating deals, and what I'm saying, like, dealing with attorneys, and I'm saying, like, doing a lot of different things that we like, even negotiating like events, because we're younger, because we're black, like, people kind of like, take us for food. So it's like, that's the biggest obstacle as far as just, just putting your foot down and allowing them to understand, like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying, like, this is a business, and we operate a business, we're an organization, we do things the right way. As far as personal, you know what I'm saying, like, I feel like as far as, when it comes to women, a lot of women feel like the persona, the, you know what I'm saying, the 2K persona might be too much for them, you know what I'm saying, like, if you don't understand our lifestyle or understand who we are, you know what I'm saying. But I mean, if you get to know us individually, you know what I'm saying, like, we all have different things to offer depending on what what's your flavor, what you like, you know what I'm saying?
Wow, okay, right. So I mean, just talking about your personal side and the fact that it is hard for some women to, or not just women, honestly, just anyone dealing with someone who's an entrepreneur or has an entrepreneurial spirit, that's a balance and an understanding that has to come within yourself. Like, everybody isn't built to be married or date someone who wants to run a business or who has that, like, self-motivated mindset. So how do you balance, or are you balancing that personal, like, trying to date or finding a partnership while you're also continuing to build this empire?
Honestly, that's literally, as an entrepreneur, as a person, that's like one of the hardest things to do.
Because you look like you want love. You give me that. Is that what you want?
Oh, yeah. I do. I want to build an empire. So it's the hardest thing to do in that sense of, like, I really, like, all right, so, like, think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really talk about, being Black and building generational wealth. So when you think about, you know what I'm saying, the things that you have to acquire to do so, as far as equity, as far as, you know what I'm saying, like, real physical capital, cash, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Having a 6 months, especially now, like, to a year, emergency fund, and then each of my business has to have the same 6 months to a year emergency fund. And owning, you know what I'm saying, owning stocks, and owning, different real estate properties, and then, then trying to have a trust fund for, I have a child now, my daughter Nala.
Right.
Like, these are like, this journey is not for the weak. And this, like you said earlier, when you refer back to me being modest, like, I understand that it's not about being all in the video and the camera, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, beyond that, you know what I'm saying, like, is real purpose, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I used to live that life. So, you know me from a day where I used to dress up every single day in a shirt and a tie, no matter what.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying, from a young age. So, I lived that lifestyle. I did it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in a fraternity, and you know what I'm saying, and all these. So I've experienced different things when it comes to road tripping and all these things. So for me, it's more about, you know what I'm saying, that, like, how are we really gonna build that, and if we're gonna build it, you know what I'm saying, like, what does it take from us as a couple, as a partner, and, you know what I'm saying, like, just the amount of focus that it requires to build this empire that I'm building.
Right.
I need somebody who has that same wavelength of mentality, as far as, let's do this together, and how we're gonna be an asset to each other, opposed to, like, what can you do for me, what can I do for you, kind of thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's deeper than rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could, you could stunt on the gram and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying, if you wanted to, but it's like, at the end, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I mean, I think if anything, with this, are you frozen again? Like, sir, why you keep getting?
No, I'm focused. I was trying to make sure I battery, my battery is how it's looking.
Okay. I feel like even in this, I feel like even in this quarantine life right now, the biggest flexers right now are having a hard time, because there's nothing that you can really pull from to still maintain the visual that people want to give online, on social media, and all that stuff. And so I think at this time, when people are trying to say, like, you should use this time to, build a business or do whatever, I think it's just more like using this time to really think about what you want and how you want to, like, live, and what type of legacy you want to leave behind, And like you said, you have a daughter. So for you, it's bigger than just like, okay, I'm going to just have this, whatever, $100,000 stack. But then what, is my daughter going to be able to really, like, gain from it? Is there something that's going to be attainable for her to gain from? Because money is cool, but like you said, it's equity, it's the generational wealth, it's the education behind the building blocks that you're already trying to place down, so that when your daughter starts, that she already has that stepping stool that most, white people already got going for them, because that's the way that they build their family, and that's the way that Black people should build our families. But I mean, so basically with starting everything with y'all brand with 2K Entertainment obviously has branched so many different opportunities for all three of you, and for you specifically, like even just checking on your social media, all the things that you founded, all the restaurants, all the different companies and businesses. Honestly, Joel, it's beautiful to see, and it's really like it makes me proud to like watch you from like the sidelines. Obviously, we haven't talked in years, right?
Thank you.
But to see it, and to know that like you're really working hard to like create something, it's really beautiful. And you don't just create it, you actually like, or you don't just talk about it, you really just you push through with it all. And so like you said with Black Pepper Food Festival, like when you first started like talking about it and like posting about it, I was like, that is so dope. Like I love how you always made sure, every time you went out of town, you always went to a Black owned restaurant. You even had that debate, like, is it truly Black owned? I think it was Nas restaurant. Is it truly Black owned?
Oh yeah, okay. I see you watching. Okay, I appreciate that.
Is it truly Black owned if the Black owner's only a partner? Like just things like that. Like we do have to look at what it means to support a Black business and to fully support something that's completely Black owned and not just the face of something that another race is like pushing. So why was that so important for you to really like, move forward with?
All right, so like over the years of doing business, I didn't really I guess being in South Florida is a little bit different because it's a lot more diverse. But I didn't really see it as being a Black owned until like later on when it was like, okay, like we got to hire Jewish lawyers because we got to do, what I'm saying, like it was, or we got to hire this type of company, that type of company, or like when we getting quotes from different companies. So when I started seeing it and seeing like how we empowering a lot of companies, like we gave a lot of people a platform to start their own platform and start their own economy within their, within their perspective realm. Like I started to see the impact that it actually had on people as far as whether, like they're having a rough time and they come to our event and they, they sell out on whatever it is that they're selling, or, like, or, they didn't have a job and then you hook them up or whatever it is, like once you start seeing the impact on it, you really start seeing like it's a lot bigger because these people are impacting other people, which typically are people within the same realm. So like just, in maturing and seeing that and understanding that, and actually seeing, spending my dollar, like, or like just, being with a company who didn't even value me as
your dollar, yeah,
you know what I'm saying, as a spending client, spending a lot of money, or my lot of money might be like not even a lot of money to them. It's like you start to be conscious of, okay, like how are we gonna make this stretch? You know what I'm saying? How are we gonna make it work? And then seeing that our success is from our consumers who are Black and brown people, then also put things in perspective, like, okay, well, I really appreciate people, practicing group economics, because whether it's because they, that we're into the same things as far as demographic, whatever it is, it still helped us get to where we are.
Right.
So I think just understanding that and being very appreciative of that, it kind of made me be like, okay, like how do I make a conscious effort to do so and make an impact on our generation from a Black perspective, which I believe could only happen economically. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Like, and I mean, there's a lot of aspects to it as far as being Black and there's a cold world and
Right.
But you know what I'm saying?
Layers.
Yeah. But like pretty much where the torch was left off from the generation before us was economics. You know what I'm saying? And it's really up to us to kind of set the tone. You know what I'm saying? Because unfortunately, our generation of millennials, I say that, and I'll continue to say that, we have the worst OG era. So the generations before us, they just was horrible OGs, and it's really not their fault in the sense, you know what I'm saying, they got to go through the crack epidemic and Jim Crow and whatever. But so it's up to us to leave an impact for Generation Z, and so on and so forth. So I mean, I think if we make it a thing, you know what I'm saying, if me myself as a local public figure can make consciously supporting Black business cool, and whatever the case may be, then, you know what I'm saying, like I feel like it's one step closer to the bigger issue at hand, which is group economics. Hey, all right, Des, I see you 2K, we in here.
Yeah.
Only up.
Oh, thank you guys for coming. Oh, y'all came late, so you can see I haven't barely even touched this big ass pan of and a burger that I haven't eaten either. And Joelle made some hood donuts.
Yeah, some hood donuts. It's a little cold, but we how it goes.
No, I mean, I definitely agree. And I think just the fact that I guess obviously just the fact that you guys started a business so young, I'm sure that kind of like propelled your maturity when it comes to recognizing like about the economic like structure and how, you have to kind of build something for the next generation. And like I said before, you having a daughter, I'm sure that plays a major factor. So talk about like just becoming a father and like how it has propelled you as a businessman, and if you move a little differently since you've had her.
No, I definitely move a lot differently.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm real chill. If you know me before, I was on the road every month. I'm in a different spot, different country, different whatever. But I mean, so like, and it goes back to what I was saying before. Like we have, all right. So our millennials have an opportunity where we could have the unfortunate responsibility that our generations before us has had, as far as having to be caretakers for both our children and both our parents.
Yes.
I mean, you either way, you have to be caretakers for our children and our parents. But I mean, being financially burdened as caretakers for our children and our parents, in the sense of some
at a younger age.
Yes, exactly. So you can be financially burdened in the children in the sense of it could be overly expensive after they're supposed to leave the nest. You know what I'm saying? Like, after college or whatever the case may be, and with your parents, in the sense of they haven't built wealth within their own to be able to maintain the lifestyle as inflation increased. So, our parents before that, I'm saying, like, it's been rough on them, a lot of caretakers, I'm saying? I see my mom go through it with my grandmother and, so on and so forth. So, like, that realization right there is enough to be like, we got to get it, you know what I'm saying? Because it's tough, you know what I'm saying? It's hard, you know what I mean? Like, not only, it's not even just about financials, it's like having the freedom to do the things you want to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that aspect of it is all relevant in being a parent and also being a son. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even before it, and I say that to say before a lot of people motivation, like, damn, I want to make sure, my mom, or if you're fortunate to have your both parents or your father or whatever, I want to make sure that they're proud. And you know what I'm saying, like, they do, I take care of them. A lot of people want to retire their mom and, what I'm saying, get them their first house and car and so on. You know what I'm saying? So having that same responsibility and then being like, okay, cool, I still want to make sure my daughter has, like, set trust funds and, you know what I'm saying, like, she has the best form of experience, education, so on and so forth. You put things in perspective.
That makes
sense. A motivation.
It's definitely something that I feel like a lot of us do think about, and a lot of us kind of feel conflicted about, to be honest, because you grow up, or I can speak for myself, I grew up with like both my parents working and everything, but I still felt like it was more of a like hand to mouth situation, and that's something that's always in the back of my mind. Like, I don't want to live in a situation where I'm hand to mouth. Like, I got to be waiting on payday to like feel like I have something. You know what I'm saying? You want to have that freedom and that like exhale of just like, no, it's okay, I'm good. But that does come with education on budgeting, education about money, and things that our parents and the previous generation, like you said, they probably didn't even have the tools to give us. And so
exactly, how can you give us something we don't have?
It's not their fault, but it's hard when we have to be the ones to dig for those tools at the same time.
With the same added pressure that they put on us, because like, you have to be so great.
Because then they're like, and you better become a doctor.
Yeah, exactly. Can you even read my temperature? Like,
a couple people wanted to know what was the tools that you used to start y'all business in the beginning.
We use it's one thing having resources is one, and there's another thing being
this at the same time.
Go ahead. Do your thing, because I honestly, I need to get a charger. I ain't gonna lie to you. Everybody know my phone is always so busy. It dies very frequently. Actually, do you mind if while you take a bite, I just run and get a charger 2 seconds?
You better hurry up.
I know it's unorthodox. You know what I'm saying?
Go. Sorry, y'all. This is very unorthodox, this episode, but in the meantime, this is my black bean veggie burger. The patty is homemade. I'm going to put the recipes online. I have caramelized onion, pepper jack cheese, spinach. It's pretty legit. I'm going to go on my diet tomorrow.
Hello?
Mm-hmm.
And we back.
We back like you never left.
Yeah. I know you. I know that burger was good. So don't act like you didn't need that lunch break.
It's legit. Are you charged?
I'm gonna do sideways now so I can charge.
Turn it away. Other way. Thank you.
I know it. I'm gonna make it work. Don't judge me.
To get it together.
Hi, Jericho. Oh, Jericho, what's up? No, so what was the question?
What were the tools that you used to create your business from the beginning?
Oh yeah. As one thing, having resources, and another thing, being resourceful, in the sense of like, you know what I'm saying, like we was very resourceful in our resources. You know what I'm saying, like being RAs, being in college. I mean, like, just being from South Florida in Broward, but being at FAU, we really pooled all our resources.
I'm not from Broward, but go ahead.
Yeah, you from Dade, right?
Yeah, but continue. I just wanted that to be clear for those watching.
You know what? For the sake, you know what? You got this. We mature now. You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna. Nah, but yeah. So with all these components, you know what I'm saying, really feel like we was able to kind of pull everything together to make it work for us, so that we could provide the experience. Because, you know what I'm saying, at that time, we was college kids, so we was broke like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? But, like even getting something as far as financial aid, I can honestly say I use every single time I took financial aid money, I use it for like an experience, and I use it for books.
Right.
Which why they calling me right now, but
right.
Straight, I'm good. You feel me? I remember that experience.
Yeah.
But
you were basically really resourceful and like use the tools around you to like make everything happen.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So Marsha wants to know, what mistakes have you made while in business that you can tell an upcoming entrepreneur to avoid? That's a good one.
Okay, all right. We've made a lot of mistakes. So, the biggest mistake we've made is one of the biggest mistakes we made is how do I turn this into a lesson? One of the biggest mistakes we made is being very trustworthy to an outside entity within our business, in a sense of, so like even buying when we bought Rooftop Sundays, you know what I'm saying, like we allowed somebody into our organization who wasn't, you know what I'm saying, from grassroots, you know what I'm saying,
right,
and it backfired in the sense of it became more about the corporate side of things, you know what I'm saying, opposed to doing something you love with your dogs type, you know what I'm saying, like,
yeah,
like,
so you felt like it was like losing heart at that time.
It lost, like the fun was gone.
Yeah.
And then it's like having a business and then going public, where then it's all about the shareholders.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying, you can't do what you know, you know what I'm saying, your origin of what brought you here, because you have to uphold, you know what I'm saying, like this business standard.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying, like I just think, you stick to your foundation, stick to your roots, you know what I'm saying, like, because it ended up hurting us and burning us, because, you know what I'm saying, like, we got to go to court, litigation, all that stuff. So it's like, which is cool, it's a part of the game. You learn it in and outs, you know what I'm saying, like, you got your war stripes, you know what I'm saying, but so, sometimes, it's some things like, some things are foundational, where if you stick to your gut, stick to the things, you could avoid that mistake.
Yeah, I mean, I think the essence of that is just like to never lose your passion, because once you let go of that part of it, and like you said, it becomes more of like a business transaction, and everything becomes transactional instead of transformational. Then it feels like, okay, now am I just a 9 to 5? Because now I'm losing the essence of like why we even started this, So I think that is a good point to put out to people, so they recognize, like, sometimes all money ain't good money. Sometimes just because you're networking with people doesn't mean that you got to deal with everybody.
Exactly.
And, But have you ever dealt with a situation where people who you felt were loyal to you and people who you felt were grassroots, like didn't hold up that loyalty, or like backstabbed, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, did anyone ever fall off?
I could honestly say, fortunately enough, because especially with my two partners, we've never been in a business situation that has allowed us to look at each other any other way.
Yeah.
Which creates that camaraderie where it's like, okay, like, you know, we're the solid ones in this because we're from, you know, where we're from. And I mean, everybody else is just trying to get to where they're trying to go. You know what I'm saying? I think, you know, in the sense of, you know what I'm saying, especially in business, you know, it's like, you know, we're a team. You know what I'm saying? So even when we go back and forth and we argue, which we, you know what I'm saying, like, we do a lot, because, you know, it always goes back to, like, we're arguing for what's best for each other. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, like, so, like, that aspect of things, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm blessed to have experience, but we do so much business with so much other people, so it's something different in each case. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so it's like I'm saying, like, it's pros and cons to it. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, there's a lot of people who has able to benefit off of the network, and create their own. You know what I mean? But also within that, that's energy that you're taking in, experiences that you're taking in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, somebody always needs something, wants something in there. And you want to do, especially because we're like a people's company, you want to do right by the people. So it's like, you have to find a balance in that, and within, you know, what's right. We here to, at the end of the day, that's my dog, but we still got to make some money.
Yeah,
you know Because, like,
yeah,
you know, we're doing this full time.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I do want to get back before we go too far on a tangent on just like your endeavors with Black Pepper Food Festival. I know you've had like a hand in a few different restaurants. So what is the next step with all of those endeavors? Like, when outside opens up again, are we going to see a Black Pepper Food Festival coming out? When are we going to, you know, what restaurants are you like still working with or developing? Like, let us all know what's happening.
Okay, so as far as food, you know, the Black Pepper brand is the main focus in regards to the food aspect of the brand. In the sense of it ties into the roots as far as being an event, being something that is meant to help, you know, for our community. It's like, you know, a community focused event. So having this having the food festival, you know, it's something that I do with Social Exchange, who is from Miami. Shout out to Alexis. Is our main focus. You know, obviously with COVID and everything, all of our events, even the pool parties and everything, is gonna be pushed back to the next year, because we want everybody to feel comfortable when they come out and come to our event.
Right, and feel safe.
But as far as the food brand as a whole, we are, and I'll let you know now here, like, it's just like exclusive, whatever. We're developing, a Black food creators page, through the food festival page, just to keep the momentum of practicing group economics going until next year. And I'm gonna be like, I mean, you follow my page, my personal page, Joel Franklin Cole. You have to see me, whatever. I'm gonna be transitioning a lot of my food blogs that I do. I do a personal food blogs, as far as from me cooking different items. I'm Jamaican, so I like to make a lot of Jamaican items, and I'll try. You're gonna put me on a grill recipe or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I don't eat pork, so I'm gonna have to extend that to someone who actually knows what they're doing. But I feel you.
Yeah, and then also, visiting different Black-owned restaurants, which is also part of the food blog. Transitioning. I'm making it more formal, so that it's directly on the Black Pepper food page, opposed to my personal page. And people have been asking me about my OnlyFans account, which I really don't have. It's a joke. I made a joke saying that if you want a recipe, you can get a OnlyFans. You can get it from my OnlyFans page, which is a joke. So,
is it a joke? Okay, you guys look for Joel on OnlyFans.
Yeah, whatever.
Tell me what you see.
Yeah. You subscribe, and then yes, and then the last component is, I mean, I do have experience when we own a restaurant. We have Fuse, rest in peace.
Yeah.
But we have a family. Me personally, I have a family business with my stepfather and my family. We have a pizza shop that
Mm-hmm.
we open up in Tamarack in Broward. It's called Pizza and Things. It's a Jamaican influenced pizzeria.
Okay. So jerk
So
chicken
when
pizza all
so
day.
yeah. So when outside open back up, you're gonna see a full rollout for the pizza shop.
I love
Um,
that.
yeah, and then as far as food, I'm in talks with a lot of different restaurants that's black owned in South Florida,
Mm-hmm.
and eventually, we want to take it on the road. And you know what I mean, food is something that I personally enjoy because it just brings people together. It's something
Yeah.
that we all have in common. What you know what I'm saying, or we can find some common ground in.
Mm-hmm.
And it, even just from an entrepreneur perspective, the term break bread comes from, what I'm saying, like last supper vibes, or we all breaking bread.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So food, no matter what, food is a part of my brand because I like to eat.
Yes, that's a
So
passion of
it's
yours.
yeah,
No, I mean, I
it,
definitely understand because obviously that's why I even started this show. And, I have like the saying that I did not create. I don't know who created it, but it is true when people say every great conversation happens over a meal. And I feel like most of my connections and the deepest, like, conversations sometimes, or the funniest conversations, or like the most emotional conversation, whatever it is, happens over breaking bread, like you say. And so I feel like that kind of breaks the walls between everybody because everybody loves a good meal, and if you don't, you probably just don't really belong in our circle.
that's what
I
I'm
don't know what
saying,
to
right?
tell you.
Oh
But
yeah, jerk chicken pizza. We're gonna have that. We're gonna have that for sure.
yeah, so no, that's good. That's amazing. But so, what would you say, especially with COVID happening and all the things that you guys that you had in plan and in motion for this year, everything kind of like postponing and everything like that? What would you say for someone who's just starting out um, and trying to create their own lane, and then something like this happens? Like, how do you invent yourself even when something kind of like unpredictable happens? Because I'm sure you've gone through that a lot, like just throughout your entire journey.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the thing I've learned the most about being an entrepreneur is that you have to adjust. You know what I mean, you have to figure it out. You have to, make whatever it is that's going on at that particular time work for you. So, in the beginning, when we first started, social media wasn't really a that big of a thing, and
Yeah.
that's something that helped propel us. So, you know what I mean, use what we have now to help, propel you into what's going on because and for entrepreneurs specifically, history shows that now is the time to start a business. Now is the time to take that risk and you know what I'm saying, put that energy and that effort towards what you have to get done because it requires a lot of hours. I'm saying a lot of research, a lot of I'm saying a
Yeah.
lot of things that before you even spend a dollar, you have to get done, and and you just got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. All right, so I have one more question for you, and if you read what I sent you, then you know what it is. But the last question is, what makes you so fly?
Oh, okay. What makes me so fly? Um, Damn, that's crazy. No. What makes me so fly is um, I do everything with a pure, genuine heart, and I feel like as long as I keep heading in that direction, I'm heading in the right direction, and it's only up from here.
Aw, so
Damn,
well.
damn. Okay. I
That
like that.
was
I ain't gonna lie.
good.
That was kind
All
of nice. I might
right.
have to record this.
We'll have to- Well, this is going to be posted on YouTube for everyone to see for the rest
Okay.
of their life. So they'll know why you so fly for a long time. But I just want to thank
Thank
you
you.
so much for doing this with me. You really didn't have to, but I'm so appreciative that you're supportive of me, and I need you to understand that I'm supportive of everything that you're doing, even if it feels like, no one is watching or whatever.
Same.
I see you and I'm proud of you. And yeah, I just really appreciate you like being here with me.
Thank you, and I feel the same about you. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. I love to see what you're doing. I like I admire the fact that you're doing what you're doing because, as you know, doing what you got going on, plus your personal life and your career, and that's so it's not as easy as you make it look. You know what I'm saying? So, keep doing your thing. If you ever need anything, if you ever need any type of whatever, you know what I'm saying, hit me up. I'm one call away, DM away, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
DM away. No, thank you guys. Thank you, Joel. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you guys for watching. Geneva's asking when the next Black Pepper Fest. It'll probably be 2021.
Yeah, 2021. Right now, follow Black Pepper Food Fest. You know what I mean? And within a couple of weeks, you'll see some more updates. You can follow me on Joel Franklin Co. You know what I mean? If you look at my bio, you can see all the things I'm a part of. And yeah, tentative date, we're looking at Easter time, you know what I'm saying, 420 time, or Veterans Day, depending on how outside look, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like what's going on out there?
Yeah, you don't know, you know what I'm saying? People might be
Let
rioting.
them go first. Whoever
yeah,
goes
you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna make it work. But follow me so I can keep you informed, informed, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, don't worry, guys. When I post this video on YouTube, I will put Joel's all his information on the description as well, so that you can always use that as a reference. He will be giving me his recipe for his hood donuts, and so that will be on flyeatshow.com.
yeah, and also shout out to Plies too, because you know what I'm saying, he made it happen. I see them. He did it one time. You know what I mean? We putting on for.
I feel like you was about to try to spit a freestyle or something. Like, what was that?
I was about to do nothing. Okay,
we're done. All right, guys. So thank you for joining. I'll be here again next Friday with another fly guest, 7 p.m. See you then. Thanks, Joel.
Bye.
Bye.